Be very incredulous of the media narrative. The media's greatest weapon against truth is omission. Omitting key facts, connections, and events can create the perception of a completely different reality, which is the universe some individuals occupy. We're told that Russia hacking the servers is an unequivocal, unquestionable fact. And to disagree with that particular narrative is unconscionable, unwarranted, and unreasonable. To even question that would make you a conspiracy theorist. Here are a few key points that the media has chosen to omit, neglect, or has flat out chosen to leave out. Perkins Coie hired CrowdStrike, a cyber security firm, to investigate the servers, rather than the FBI. CrowdStrike is associated with the Atlantic Council, and Victor Pinchuk, CrowdStrike's chief technology officer. Dmitry Appelrich is a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council, where Pinchuk sits on its international advisory board. Now, something interesting about the Atlantic Council is that they are very anti-Russian. They want to increase the pressure against Russia. Even more significantly, CrowdStrike is connected to the Obama administration. The company's chief risk officer, Stephen Chabinsky, was appointed to Obama's Commission on Enhancing National Cybersecurity in April 2016. The very same month, the DNC computers were reported to have been hacked. CrowdStrike wrote on April 11th, quote, under the commission, Chabinsky and 11 other industry leaders have been directed by the White House to recommend bold, actionable steps that the government, private sector, and the nation as a whole can take to bolster cybersecurity in today's digital world. End of quote. Chabinsky was also Deputy Assistant Director of the FBI in the Obama administration until he joined CrowdStrike in 2012. After examining the servers for a mere day, CrowdStrike concluded two Russian groups named Cozy Bear and Fancy Bear had been meddling in the DNC computers for a year. Fancy Bear was new to the scene in late April. The White House said Fancy Bear was known for receiving orders from top officials in the Russian government, but cyber experts admitted they knew very little about them. According to Shira Frankel of BuzzFeed, no one knows, for instance, how many hackers are working regularly within Fancy Bear or how they organize their hacking squads. They don't know if they are based in one city or scattered in various locations across Russia. They don't even know what they call themselves. The New York Times described the process of discovering who's behind a cyber attack as more art than science. CrowdStrike's Appelrich said there was no way to know who did it. It's mainly a process of elimination. By ruling out other possibilities, CrowdStrike concluded only two cyber attackers could be responsible, Cozy Bear or Fancy Bear. The two groups weren't even acting in concrete. According to the Times, Fancy Bear, apparently not knowing that Cozy Bear had been rummaging in DNC files for months, took money of the same documents. The company had reportedly been writing before and about the very same group they identified in the DNC breach. In an investigation into the hacking of a Ukrainian artillery app, CrowdStrike blamed the Russians. But the International Institute for Strategic Studies says CrowdStrike erroneously used their data to come to that conclusion. To put it bluntly, CrowdStrike has reportedly made mistakes in their process of elimination, wrongly using assumptions of Russia hacking as proof of Russian hacking. Same strategy. The FBI never looked at the servers. The DNC has said the FBI never asked to look at the servers, but former FBI Director Jim Comey contradicted this claim in a Senate Intelligence hearing when he said the Bureau made, quote, multiple requests at different levels. Investigators at the FBI always prefer to have access hands-on ourselves if that's a possibility, he said. That was an exact quote under oath to the Senate Intelligence Committee in a hearing. To this day, no one but CrowdStrike has examined the servers. The DNC has also denied Obama's Homeland Security, Jen Johnson, access to the servers. Bottom line is the DNC didn't want their servers examined, and the Obama administration, Justice Department, or anyone else for that matter, ever issued a subpoena. No one issued a subpoena even to this day. To raise these questions instead of obfuscating your thinking to a media corporation makes you in the minority. Individuals regurgitate endlessly and with total confidence that Russia hacked the DNC without hesitation, asking them questions, bringing up Obama's connections, and explaining the past formula that has currently been applied is a fruitless and futile effort. Even though most individuals couldn't tell who did the investigation, who was accused, and how did they come to their determination. Many people regurgitate talking points by the media. I have an aunt, a great aunt, and God bless her, but she completely becomes unhinged at the thought of Trump. But I guarantee you if I brought up Cozy Bear or Fancy Bear, she would probably ask, what the hell is that? Because she probably does not even know what specific companies were accused, what the formula was to accuse those companies, and that the same formula that was used in the past to accuse Fancy Bear was used again. No one knows who Fancy Bear is. Members of CrowdStrike have connections to the Obama administration, and nobody besides CrowdStrike, who has been wrong before using the same metric, has investigated the servers of the DNC. But people just regurgitate like it's an unequivocal fact that the DNC servers were, in fact, hacked by the Russians. It is a possibility. I'm not ruling it out. But instead of speaking on conjecture, I'm trying to cultivate an opinion that is based upon the facts.